We are less than 6 months away from the midterms, and once again, things aren't looking good for Democrats. Not just specific Democrats, but like Democrats as a whole. The Democratic Party and Kamala Harris are ranked the most unpopular out of 9 political figures and institutions, including Trump, Biden, DeSantis, Disney, the Supreme Court, and the Republican Party. Huh. Oh, 2022 is going to be great, but 2024 is going to be the main course, and it's going to be fucking scrumptious. Democratic Party and Vice President Kamala Harris are less popular and viewed more unfavorably than the Republican Party, former President Donald Trump, and even Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. A new NBC News poll, and you wish, and I'm sure at some point or another they probably fluffed some of the numbers, but they couldn't even cook them so much that it didn't look that fucking bad. Revealed on Monday that when Americans were asked their feelings towards entities and individuals, the Democratic Party ranked lowest among 9 different prompts. The Democratic Party, right? The American public asked about the platform of the Democratic Party, and nobody liked it. In fact, they liked the platform of the Republican Party. And can anybody properly articulate as to the different sects of the Republican Party, what exactly they're all about? They appear more favorably than the party in charge right now. Oh, maybe the fact that they're in charge right now just kind of lends to the credibility that they aren't doing a good job. But I've been told by mainstream media outlets and the administration themselves that the Democratic Party is doing a great fucking job. What are you guys on about? The party clocked in with a net minus 19% favorability, 31% positive, and 50% negative. Wow. Wow, that's like a Biden approval poll. With a net minus 11. Whoa, that's a big difference. The Republican Party came in as more popular overall than Democrats. The Vice President, Joe Biden, and Trump, as the GOP prepares for a predicted bloodbath in the 2022 midterms. It's funny, right? Because you just run that back far enough, and then you take a look at the election maps for 2022. And if everything was fine and the Democratic Party was still sane, at least to some form or fashion, the numbers and the jurisdictions don't really work out all that well for the Republicans, but they're so bad, the Democratic Party, they're so bad at governing, leading, doing anything. They fucked this up catastrophically, irreparably. It's fantastic, really. I just like to see a good tire fire. Positive net favorability in the survey taken May 5th through 10th was earned by the United States Supreme Court with 1% net positive approval. So this would have been after the leak, by the way, from the Supreme Court, okay, the Roe v. Wade decision. And they still, over a 5-day stretch, had a net positive favorability rating. Wow. Republican Governor Ron DeSantis with 2% net approval, and the Walt Disney Corporation with 3% positive approval. That's kind of like old legal minds still thinking that the ACLU is an upstanding organization, not considering the fact that modern day ACLU is a dumpster fire. The Supreme Court standing is a surprise after the recent leaked draft opinion that shows the impending overturn of Roe v. Wade and has launched the notion that a heated pro versus anti-abortion debate. No, that just kind of reinforces what I've been saying. Abortion's not that popular outside of the fringe weirdos who are just like, no, we have a right to kill our kid all the way up to about 5 years old. Those are the people who care about that issue. Most other people are like, yeah, you get pregnant when you want to have a kid, okay? Abortions should be rare and safe and the final solution, for a lack of a better term, okay? You shouldn't have a punch card for Planned Parenthood. Nobody cares about abortion that much. It's a non-starter issue. So if the Democratic Party wants to wrap themselves in that banner, that fucking fetus-latent banner, you're going to fail even harder than you already would. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky earned a massive 53% net positive favorability rating among surveyed Americans by NBC, who constantly push everything that Ukraine stands for, we stand for. Hashtag stand with Ukraine. Ugh, whatever. That's not about dispelling the Ukraine's nonsense, but whatever, regardless. Surveyed among Americans as this country nears the end of its 3rd month of facing an invasion from Russia. And again, if Russia was actually trying to finish us off, the Ukraine would be done by now, but they aren't. So anyways, of respondents in the Monday poll, 31% say that they have a favorable or somewhat favorable view of Harris, while 48% say that they do not view her favorably. 17-point swing on that one. Well, to be fair, even if you were indifferent about Kamala, that's about the best you could do, okay? Because what has she done as vice president other than have strange fashion choices? She's just nothing. She's nothing, okay? After she was touted, oh my God, she's going to be the first half black, half Indian, the first full woman, I think, maybe potentially, even though she's had enough dick to maybe qualify as being part of a man. But now she's going to be so special. She's going to be the number 2 behind the literal manifestation of the fucking turd in the Oval Office, and she's going to be a heartbeat away. And oh fuck, maybe that's the problem. They realize that, yeah, this bitch is going to be the successor, and it's just a matter of time before Uncle Joe, just his brain runs down the clock on him, and the country's going to be left with that. It's hilarious. It's hilarious, right? Because she'd be the face of the party that's even less popular than her. Now you know why she couldn't even get a single fucking percentage point in the 2020 presidential Democratic primary elections. President Biden had 37% positivity, 51% negativity, net of minus 14 points, according to 1,000 American adults interviewed. Yeah, these polls are not really scientific, and they aren't really a wide swath. It's just funny. Trump falls between the current president and vice president in terms of how Americans view him, with 36% positivity, 51% negativity, for a net of minus 14 points, 5 points higher than the Democratic Party and 3 points lower than his successor. Yeah, cool, great. You're also talking to NBC viewers. So ain't that hilarious? Like, they still hate Trump because Orange Man is still always going to be bad. But they don't like Joe. They like him a little bit better, mostly because, I don't know, they have fond memories of the Obama abortion, the administration. And then they look at Kamala Harris like, ugh, which was also the first choice that Biden ever made on the path to becoming the president. So shouldn't that be kind of a condemnation in and of itself? But whatever. When pollsters were asked we're asking participants about the 9 figures in the in the survey. Biden was always asked about first, followed by the rest of the individuals and entities randomized. Maybe that's why he got the most kind of fine, I guess. How do you view Biden? Biden has hovered around 40% approval for the last several months, just about a full year at this point, really, because we're coming up on or about a year from Afghanistan, and that's where everything just went right through the fucking floor for him. What are the factors behind his 40% approval rating? Faces failures on several fronts, with record high inflation and gas prices, decades high numbers of illegal immigrants crossing the southern border, 200,000 every fucking month, like clockwork, and now a baby formula shortage, which is still baffling just to say. Harris, who is supposed to be the administration's border czar, has an even lower approval than the president. Yeah, because she doesn't fucking do anything. Like, there's nothing to attribute to her. She's just useless. She's there. That's the most flattering thing you can say about Kamala Harris. She's there, okay? She's the person who's there and collects the participation trophy. She's the person who shows up at the end of the year whenever they're handing out, grade school awards. She gets perfect attendance, okay? Because she's just there. It was a terrible pick when Biden first made it, and it's boring out in real time that she was the worst choice to make for vice president because she doesn't do anything. She doesn't add anything. She has zero likability, and she is a bigger liability than any of her upside could be, okay? She failed at every fucking level that she's ever attained. Big quotes on that one. As a senator for California, what the fuck did she actually do? Okay. As the Attorney General of California, you can point specifically at the things that she was doing by keeping black people in jail longer than possible and prosecuting them incredibly harshly for drug laws that were there, even though she had the jurisdiction to make her own decisions on that. But got a glowing recommendation from old Willie Brown, though, saying how much she could fit in her mouth. But outside of that, it's almost amazing. Almost amazing. But I've seen a lot this week, so I can't say the most surprising. Our vice president visited the southern border in June of 2021 after immense pressure, after saying, oh yeah, no, I haven't been down there, but I also haven't been to Europe. Just 1 month after the visit, the Biden administration saw a then record-setting number of migrant encounters at 213,593. Yeah, see what it says there? Then record-setting. It's gone up since then. In March of 2022, that record was shattered after Customs and Border Patrol encountered 221,303, and numbers are expected to go up again in April when those numbers are released this week. Haven't been to them yet, but yeah, temperatures are starting to go up once again. There's no reason to think that, of course, they aren't going to be going up because they've been consistent, if not with little peaks every once in a while. But it's been around that 200 and change mark, and she's supposed to be in control of that. Or some reports say no, but then other reports say yes, and then Joe says yes. But again, you can't trust anything that Joe says, because anything that literally tomorrow's impeachment of Joe Biden, impeach him on his statements. Just wait for the Republicans once they get the House to run their whatever goofy little impeachment process. But he'll impeach the statements that he made yesterday tomorrow, because he can't keep any of his fucking stories straight. Now, a year after the visit to the U.S.-Mexico border, Harris has not returned and has largely skirted the issue as her teams rebranded her role to addressing the root causes of migration in the Northern Triangle, countries of Guatemala, El Salvador, and Honduras. Don't come. Don't come. That's her policy. It's not really working out for you. So now you know why she's terribly unpopular. And you know what? Hey, it's almost criminal how little these people do. But unfortunately for them, might finally be coming back to bite them in the ass. Maybe it'll be a wake-up call in 2022, but more than likely they're just going to double down and be like, everybody who doesn't vote for us are just racists and bigots and ultra MAGA. Still funny. With all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been John Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.